Good morning from the FD Roosevelt State Park in central Georgia.
Is he just swallowing it whole?
Oh, he just spit on me. What's wrong? Hey, welcome back everybody. We are at the Franklin Delano Roosevelt State Park in central Georgia for the 2020 Tearjerkers Mighty X3 gathering. Teardrops from Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, just all over the place. You're going to get a kick out of this one. So I have ran into a very important individual. Tell me who you are.
So my name is Jeff Fields. I'm the director for the Dixie chapter of Tearjerkers, which who does Georgia and Alabama. So I'm the one that puts on the events, and this is a 3-chapter gathering that we do. So it's for the Southern Appalachian chapter, the Florida chapter, and then the Dixie chapter. And we rotate each year as to who hosts it.
And how'd you get involved with the Tearjerkers?
Well, when I bought my first teardrop probably 4 or 5 years ago, I started camping at some of the different tearjerker events, first up in Tennessee. Then I got involved a lot with the one up in the Southern Appalachian chapter with Eric.
Okay.
And helped him out a bit, and all of a sudden, even though I was from Georgia, he came along and asked me if I would become a co-director up there. So I worked with him for a while, and then it ended up we needed to have somebody down here. So I took over about 2 years ago.
So I tell you, this is my third Tearjerkers event. Every one of the 3 have been exactly the same in that there's really good people. There's a sense of camaraderie. I mean, they're tiny camper enthusiasts, you know, it's kind of a common bond. Yep. But teardrops are, I mean, they're exploding right now.
Oh, they are.
It is really growing. It is unreal. I mean, there's a lot of manufacturers that are back ordered like a year from what I'm hearing.
Yep.
And if you haven't checked out the Tearjerkers, it's tearjerkers.net. This is probably the second, third time I've said this on this episode, but really it is a good group, and you're really going to have a good time out here.
And I will tell you, it doesn't only have to be, you don't have to have a teardrop to be able to be part of it. We have one folks over here that has a A-liner type of one.
Yep.
You've probably seen some of the other folks, one that they've just moved up. They've now got a 24-foot Lance.
Yep.
But they started off with teardrops, and so they're still part of the family. So,
absolutely.
Yep.
And there's a lot of good resources. If you want to buy one, there's a lot of companies, you know, popped up that are making good products. And if you want to build one, there's a lot of really good resources out there on the internet. The TNTTT, Teardrops and Tiny Travel Trails. There's, you know, several Facebook sites. So it's easy to get into. Any requirements for joining the group?
Just sign up is all you do. And when you come in and to tearjerkers.net, you just register. You don't have to sign up for or join a membership. And when you go to the different chapters to be able to follow it, you just say join, and so you'll just get information about those chapters. So, like for myself, you know, I have joined the Southern Appalachian, the Florida, the Tennessee one.
Okay.
So that I see that information coming down my feeds when a new post comes on or that day.
Well, that's good to know, because I had just joined the one in Tennessee where I'm from. I didn't know I could do that, so that's good information.
Yep.
All right, very good. Well, Jeff, I appreciate your time.
Yep.
And we'll see you at the next one.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming.
All right, good deal.
Take care.
So, walking around the campground, I've come up on not only a DIY camper, but I'm going to call it a compound. He's got things attached to the camper all over. This is just a neat setup. So, tell me who I'm talking to here.
My name's Jeff. This is my wife, Kathy.
Jeff and Kathy. Where are y'all from?
Seminole, Florida.
Seminole, Florida. So, you had quite a drive to get here.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
So, what have you got? It's a DIY camper.
Yep.
So tell me about this thing.
It's 5x10, and it's based on the generic Benroy plan off of TNTTT's website,
Which is Teardrops and Tiny Travel Trailer. Yep.
And that's the shape that I picked. And then from there, I just went and whatever we wanted to add, I just kept adding. And
What kind of frame did you use?
Northern Tool.
Northern
Tool 5x8 frame.
Okay.
I extended the tongue and I changed the axle. I don't think I changed the springs, and then I changed the wheels and tires and everything. So it would have been probably cheaper to have a frame made, but
Yeah, that's all right.
but I started off with it. But
So what kind? Is this an ARB awning? You've got
yeah, this is the
today?
ARB awning and the ARB touring screen room that goes on it.
Okay.
This is the galley. My wife insisted on a microwave, so we had to build that in.
Is that a Dometic refrigerator?
It's Indel Webasto. Or
Okay.
isotherm. I'm sorry, it's isotherm.
Okay. Okay.
But it's just a 12-volt 110 refrigerator freezer.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah, we had a cooler at first and with ice and stuff, and then you're dealing with wet, soggy stuff and getting more ice all the time. And so I bit the bullet and spent the money and got that. It's
So-
worked out good.
Every gathering I go to, I steal somebody's idea. That's what I'm going to steal.
Oh, the cutting board
Yeah.
holder?
Yeah, because yesterday we
That's
were looking
the best
for.
you can come up with?
So large.
Yeah, well, I've not seen the whole camper yet. My wife was looking for the cutting board yesterday. She couldn't find it. That's perfect. So I'm going to do that. I am going to do that.
Yeah, I just took some little starboards and poly stuff and made some runners. So
Yep. Yep. So you saw it here. So I'm stealing his idea. Officially stealing
you're
his
welcome
idea.
to it.
All right.
Then I put some little blue C's. I got a voltmeter and an amp meter and a thermometer. I don't know why, but it just matches.
So what am I looking at out here? The hose.
Oh, that's my pressure water system.
Pressure. Tell me about this pressure water system.
It's not really. As long as I got pressure at the campsite, I just run a hose to the front and I have a PVC pipe coming back to here so my wife can do the dishes and stuff.
Well, that's
She's
pretty
the
sweet.
dishwasher. That's my
That's
dishwashing
pretty sweet.
station. So from here, it looks like we have a pressure system built into the camper, but
Yeah.
we really don't.
That's pretty. I wouldn't tell anybody any different.
Some little courtesy lights up there, just some little lights at night, and then
Okay.
got a brighter light.
That's nice.
But-
Nice touch. So what's the inside look like?
Yeah, it's a queen size mattress.
So you've got cubby holes above the headboard. That's a good
Yep.
idea. Oh, you've got 2 shelves underneath your cabinets. And then you've got a flat screen TV. And then you're running the fan in the roof.
Yep.
Pretty nice. Where'd you get your doors?
From Vintage Technologies.
Are you pretty happy with those?
Yep. Yeah,
Good.
I do like them.
Good.
I was looking at building them, but then by the time I figured up the frame and hinges and door latches and a window and locks that match, I would have had almost, and by the labor, I would have had close to $300 a piece in them anyway.
Yeah.
So I just went ahead and bought them.
That's a good idea. They look good on there.
Yeah.
So what is the exterior finished with?
I made it out of 5 mil plywood, which is just about 3/16 inside and out, and then I got a 3/4 pine frame with insulation in between, and then I skinned it with epoxy and fiberglass cloth, and then painted
Epoxy and fiberglass cloth?
and then painted it with a topside paint, a boat paint.
So how long have you had it?
I started it in January of 2016, finished it up in October of 16, so about 4 years.
Do you know how much it weighs?
1,600 pounds,
1,600
loaded, ready
pounds.
with everything.
You got solar on the top?
Yep. Got a 100-watt panel up there. That keeps up with the refrigerator freezer real good when it's sunny out.
Steel number 2.
Oh, the milk crate underneath there for the doors?
Show me this thing. Show me the milk crate.
It's just a milk crate that I cut down.
Did you hear that? Oh, it's just a milk crate.
That's what
it is. Yeah, well, that's not just. He's got to have done something cool right here. I want to see this.
I cut it out. I cut them down. They don't slide out or anything.
Oh, do they not?
No. They're just a milk crate stuck underneath there. I cut the face out of it and screwed them up. They go up there and she can put her shoes in there and everything. I have one on my side, but I don't ever put my shoes in there. I'm too lazy.
They don't get wet.
Right.
So that
Is number 2.
is steel number 2 from this trip. I've got a crate. I'm going to have to cut this thing in half and put it up underneath there. But now, I mean, mine will probably slide. Mine probably won't be like a mediocre, one that's just bolted
I
in
don't
place.
mind
Like
that. I'd run with the idea and do
I'm
better.
just aggravating him.
Yeah, then this just pushes in for traveling. We take this off.
Really?
Yeah, and then it just shoves in there. It was just something so my
Well,
wife
that's
could
neat.
get dressed standing up instead of laying down in the bed.
So the U-shaped bar that's extending out from the rack up there he said just pushes back in place for travel, so you don't have to pull it off and store it anywhere when you're going. That is clever.
Yeah,
I mean,
see?
that is super clever.
Just pushes back in like that.
So let me show you this epoxy fiberglass finish. I mean, just look at how smooth this is, and one thing you get out of that is a nice rounded corner, so you don't have the aluminum trim and there's no spot there to leak. And he takes his experience of doing that from boat building, and the finish on this is incredible. So a couple miles down the road from the campground, we see this sign for a drive-through safari. I don't know what we're getting into here. I guess we can take the mask off now, can't we?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we just rented a van to drive through this animal safari. Evidently, this is an up close and personal experience, and they don't recommend you driving your own vehicle. And they gave us like emergency contact information, so if we get like eaten or something. So.
I'm thinking it's gonna be more like bitten.
So anyway, let me show you this sea of raunchy vans. 19 is right behind you. Turn around and look at it. It's a ratted out Dodge Caravan. Oh, this is so raunchy.
The bumper looks like that something has attacked it. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, look at that. Check out, something's eating the bumper on this thing.
Oh my.
There's dents in the back of it.
No, a busted tail light.
Busted tail light.
Look at the scrapes down the side.
Oh my gosh. So this is our ride for the animal safari. You know, cracked windshield.
I'm gonna be honest, it kind of stinks in here.
There's a sign on the driver's steering wheel. It says make sure the fan is off before returning key. So I guess the fan stays running if you turn it off. Looks like an animal stole the radio out of it. I swear this thing looks like a kidnapping. There's not even a glove compartment.
Oh my gosh, he's coming right for you already. He ain't hungry. Hey, the deer come ate my food. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Michael! Yeah!
What's wrong? Look at that, he's got his tongue stuck out. Oh, look at the slobber coming off of it.
That's oh my gosh!
There's like slobber hanging off of it.
Come on, I can't do this! Michael, revive!
Oh gosh,
Michael, go! I can't do
I
this!
just got
I
slobbered.
can't do this! No, Michael! Michael, he's coming in!
Oh goodness.
Michael, he's climbing up the car! He's climbing up the car! He had his claws up on it!
Here. Oh.
That's why they sold slobber chows for $4.
Ooh, I think you just burped or something.
Oh God. I'm gonna gag.
What's wrong?
Go!
Are you about to throw up?
No!
It stinks, don't it? I don't know if I can go. They got the...
He's waiting till you put food in his mouth. Has he just swallowed it whole?
Oh, he just spit on me. Oh. Listen, you hear that? Hear those horns beating the side of the car? Are you gonna climb in here with us? That's why you don't drive your own vehicle through here. Look at that little mouth opening. You see that nice truck coming through? They have no idea what they're in store for. That thing is going to come out looking like absolute, it's going to be scratched. I mean, that was like a new Chevrolet truck. Oh my gosh.
Well, it says to make sure fan is off and it's running, so what am I supposed to do?
I don't know, I got the key took out and there's
How-
still something running.
It says make sure fan is off before returning key.
I didn't even turn the fan on. What do I do? We got a really cool campsite at this event. Check out who we're beside of. We're beside Edwin Ladd from Alabama. We camped with him back in June at the DIY Teardrop Campers community gathering. And he's one of these guys that's got a camper, a teardrop that's so heavy that he's got to pull it with this. So check out the motor in this thing. Now that is a tow vehicle. For this camping trip, we have made a major upgrade. When we were at the Oconee State Park back here a month or two ago with the Tearjerkers gathering, it's like everybody there had an ice maker outside their teardrop. So we picked one up. I thought, with that many people's doing it, it has to be a a worthwhile thing. So we've bought this FRIGIDAIR ice maker, and I'm gonna tell you what, this is a game changer. Even though we're using a Yeti cooler, after a couple 3 days, I mean, the ice will melt down in it. And we're able to keep this thing topped off and then have ice for our drinks. This is like one of the best upgrades we've made in a long time. This is important. When you fry your bacon, if you could grab it at the end and it sticks straight out, that is how you make bacon. All this looks like a piece of rubber. Now get out of here. So I'm walking down the road here and I see a Silver Shadow. And who's the manufacturer?
Little guy.
Little guy.
Yes.
And now this is a really wide teardrop. It's wider than most.
Yeah. It's got a king size bed.
King size
we
bed.
use a king size fitted sheet on the bottom,
Uh-huh.
but we use a queen size comfort or whatever. So that way we don't have a lot of
That's a good idea.
overhang. Otherwise it'll hang out the doors and stuff
And
like
who
that.
have I got? Who are you?
My name is Peter, and
Name is
that's
Peter?
my wife Jeanette.
Peter, Jeanette. Where y'all from?
The Tampa area,
The
Newport
Tampa-
Richie.
So you had a pretty good drive in today.
Yeah, we had a nice drive through
All
the
right, good
country.
deal.
It was really nice.
All right. Well, I'm just going to do a real quick walk around if you don't
Sure.
mind. All right. Good deal. I cannot believe how wide the bed is on this camper. I mean, you could comfortably put 3 people wide if you need to. This is fantastic. Well, hey, thank you for that quick walk around. I've always wanted to see one of these in person. I've seen them on the internet a lot, and I love the size of these things. That would just be so comfortable being able to
It's
have that.
real comfortable.
Oh, I would. So, hey, thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good deal.